Welcome back to Sand's Studio Remodel. Construction is underway and Sand can't wait to see all the pieces come together.
2 months after demolition, the new oak floors are in, and already the space is looking brighter, warmer, and more contemporary. The floors were laid on the diagonal, creating the illusion of more space. But before they're truly finished, these floors need to be sanded, vacuumed, and sealed. No trace of dust can remain. Sand wants a matte natural finish, so a clear coat of polyurethane is all it takes to seal in color and seal out moisture. Today, the new maple cabinets are here. These cabinets will definitely give Sand more storage and more style. It's a tight space, and these cabinets require a tight fit. Cabinet by cabinet, this new kitchen is slowly coming into focus. 1 month later, the new space looks nothing like the old. Track lighting is in, reflecting the curve of the new half wall. Granite countertops are the next integral part of this equation. A floating piece of oval granite is not only the perfect accent to the curved wall, it's also an efficient place for Sand to eat, drink, and work. Maximizing space for new appliances is also a priority. This studio-sized refrigerator is a welcome replacement for the bulky old one. And a new oven and stove will make cooking breakfast in the morning a breeze. Making art a part of the space is the idea behind the paint on the walls. After the initial base coats of terracotta and taupe, painters sweep the walls with a metallic paint called red rock for a textured effect. The taupe walls get a sponge technique for added depth and texture. It doesn't take long to turn this little space into a masterpiece. The last artful addition is the window treatments. Designer Suzanne Maviano and artist Ed Mattingly head to the graphics studio to check up on the progress. Using digital imaging, a giant inkjet printer applies Suzanne's design directly onto fabric to create one-of-a-kind window shades.
This is absolutely honest. I love it.
This is digital on demand.
I like it. I'm excited.
With Suzanne's seal of approval, the motorized shades are ready to be installed. Sand's out of town on business, so she's trusting Suzanne to make sure everything is done right.
She hasn't seen anything yet. It's really sort of exciting because she has been traveling, so tomorrow when she comes in, she'll really see the new look for her new home.
Coming up, Sand's home away from home becomes her #1 place to be.
I just love it. The color's beautiful. It's just someplace I really think I can live.
That's next on New Spaces.
Welcome back to New Spaces. After months of hard work, Sand's cramped studio apartment has gone from drab to dynamite.
Sand knew from the get-go she'd remodel her old crash pad studio. It was hardly a place she could express herself, much less call home. So she stepped outside her decorating comfort zone, and she's glad she did.
Well, this is the new space. It's finished, and I absolutely love it. It's so much more open, it's brighter, the colors are great. Everything I love is here. I really think this is a place that is now my home away from home. Well, initially I thought this was taking a big risk with this style of decorating, but it's really turned out well, and I don't think that it was quite so much of a risk now that I look at it.
San's decorating courage paid off, but then she had confidence in her designer, Suzanne Maviano.
I really think I accomplished what San had in mind in this space. This was supposed to be out-of-the-box kind of design for her.
Along with helping San change her style, Suzanne also wanted to highlight the unique architecture of the building.
One of the things I saw when I walked in was the beautiful architecture of the space, because we had wonderful curves that were not accentuated. And by playing color upon color, I was able to get that feeling and show how beautiful these arches really, really are in the space.
And the curves continue.
One of the biggest changes in this space has been really taking down this wall and not just cutting it straight across like we could do, but I think putting this curve in that reflects a lot of the other architecture in this space made a huge difference here. Besides the obvious, it's brought a lot of light into my kitchen and allowed us to put a bar here, which becomes very functional.
San's splashy new furnishings are not only beautiful in form, they're fully functional too.
Well, the furniture we picked for this space is great. First of all, it's a step up from my patio furniture and my blow-up mattress. I love the colors. I love the fact that it's all in rollers and it's portable. And the great thing about this couch is that it's multifunctional. During the day, it looks pretty nice and sleek. And then at night, with just a couple little maneuvers, it flips open into a queen-size bed, and I think that's great. One of the big changes in the apartment, I think, has been the color. Originally, all the walls were a dingy off-white. I'm not sure they had been painted since the 60s either. Now, through the use of color, we've used some different colors, a terracotta with some metallic effects over top for the soffit. There's a taupe kind of color wash on the walls, and I think that's made a big difference in highlighting the architecture of this space.
But where the drama really unfolds is in San's bold new shades.
Well, the window treatments are pretty amazing. In fact, they may be one of my favorite things in the room. There's a really bold graphic design on two center blinds, and then the outside edges have some of the color that matches the rest of the condo. The center ones are motorized, so that's pretty exciting. And the edge ones, the one on the right, serves a pretty important purpose, and that is covering the unsightly door and air conditioning unit, which are really the first elements that you see when you walk in the space.
Even the new oak floors add drama to the space.
The hardwood floors in here are great. They've really brought a lot of warmth into the space. Originally, there was some very dingy beige carpet throughout the space, and it really didn't do a lot to enhance this space. One of the things I like about the floor is that we've laid it on a diagonal. That adds a lot of, I think, depth to this room, and as you know, in a studio, every little bit counts.
Every little bit counts in the kitchen, too. San is getting more miles out of this tiny little space than she thought possible.
The new kitchen is so wonderful. I just can't get over the changes in here. There's so much more light from taking the wall down. The cabinets are new, so I'm not stuck in the 1960s with my metal cabinets anymore. I have all new appliances. We've reconfigured a little bit, so it just looks more spacious. I didn't have any, place to put books or barware, and now it's just amazing. Before, there used to be a push-button stove here from the 60s, and I was actually afraid to use it, but now I have a nice new range. Also, I have a new refrigerator, and it's in a different location. There used to be a refrigerator over in the corner of the kitchen that projected out into the hallway, and it took up a lot of space. But when we cut down the wall, we decided to add a smaller refrigerator. It does have a little bit less storage space in it, but for what I keep here, it's perfect.
Another perfect use of space is her floating countertop.
I just love my new countertops. I used to have Formica in the kitchen, and I didn't really have much workspace at all, and they were a little bit dated. But now I have granite, and they're both in the original part of the kitchen as well as this new bar area that we added. I really like this because I can either work, I can prepare food, or I can entertain around this bar. One of the most dramatic changes in this space has been the lighting. Originally, when the wall was up in the kitchen, I just had one sconce. But now I have a track lighting system throughout the condo, and I have a beautiful fixture over my bar, and I think that has really added to the spaciousness of this condominium.
For San, defining her new space has been more than just a remodeling experience. It's been a personal journey.
If I had to do this over again, I probably would, and in fact, I'd probably pick the same colors. It has just been fun. I love the result, but actually more than result, the whole process was fun and just the whole adventure.
Well, San trusted in her designer and ended up with a funky city retreat that shows another side of her personality. I'm Jessica York. See you next time on New Spaces.